just want to whisper and then like get close.
Sweet nothings.
I do that to my wife. I'll just get out to her and just say that.
Sweet nothings. Yeah, I would like to know, honestly, what are sweet nothings supposed to be?
Right, yeah. Just, I guess, whispering.
Whisper sweet nothings, since nobody's ever specified what exactly that means.
Just other artists, creatives, people who are interesting. I find you interesting. you might not think so. Some people I've had on are like, I don't even know why I'm here. Okay. We can leave if you want.
I am Holly Duffy, and I am a vocalist for Two Blind Mice and upcoming band DDS, Diplomatic Disaster Squad, or, as I told somebody, Department of Disability Services, maybe. We might lean that way a little more than the Disaster Squad, depending on who you talk to. But my first car was a 62 Lark Studebaker.
A lark?
A lark.
I had
You
no
haven't
idea.
gotten that one yet, have you?
No, I haven't.
Get yourself a lark, plenty of flash, lots of style and comfort, not much cash. Jazzy all around with loads of room in the back. Studebaker Lark, sage of the jack. What's got jazz, speed and spark? Zip, zoom, style, room 62 Lark. Big car comfort, easy to park. You're gonna have a ball in the Lark, the 62 Lark.
The story was my dad was always into Studebakers, and he was actually looking at one when we lived in Portal, North Dakota, and I think he was going to get it for like $400 or $600, something like that. And the guy was like, "You can get the one for this price, or you can just take them both for this." So he took both of them. So which is how I ended up with the first car at like
Cool.
13 or 14. You know, grow up in those really small towns. Everybody drives at like 12, 13 years old. And it's all dirt roads. So you pick up all your friends. Nobody has a license, but nobody stops you because the cop doesn't really care. You know, the good old days.
Yeah.
But this thing had a giant blue knob on the steering wheel. So you could turn with just the knob.
Okay.
And then, I mean,
And that would spin with the wheel. Okay.
Yep. Just attach. So instead of, palming the wheel, because you got to think the steering wasn't power steering exactly either from that year. So.
When did you get this? What year was this?
Oh, God. Would have been 1990 something. God, how old was I? Was I 13? Was it 1993 or 94? I think. Yeah.
So almost
a long ass time
30-year-old
ago.
car.
Yeah.
How'd that run?
It actually ran fine. I remember there was a 7-mile stretch between Portal and Lignite, both tiny towns, and you'd pile 20 of your friends in the back seat because that's how big the back seat was, and you'd go for a drive. And on the way back, I remember thinking, we can only go like 20 miles an hour. What's going on? Well, it was reading that we were in drive, but apparently I was in low.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. That's the only bummer about cars like that. It doesn't exactly shift where it's supposed to, but...
I gotta admit, I don't know where Lignite and
Portal
are.
So my dad worked for Customs, so Canadian border.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like the very northwestern corner, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck?
You could literally see Canada from my yard.
Is that why it's called Portal?
Port of entry, probably. I didn't really do a whole lot of research. I think I only actually lived there for about a year before I begged my parents to please let me go live with my grandparents in Bismarck, which is how I ended up here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I actually originally grew up in the opposite corner of North Dakota in Pembina.
Oh, yeah.
So Yeah, I only lasted a year in Portal. I couldn't handle it.
I used to call it Pembina because I had no
Or
idea.
Pembina. Yeah.
And then somebody corrected me by making fun of me.
It was actually a really nice town.
Yeah.
Good community. Like there was parades and 4th of July.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Fireworks
Love
and everything.
towns like that.
Yeah. I was in Girl Scouts, all that good stuff. So
Cool.
yeah. So then I came into Bismarck and lived with my grandparents, finished school at Century, and decided to hang out in the back parking lot and get into music with all my friends. So I think my first band was senior year of high school. I got together with a couple friends and we played my graduation party. Well, my friend's graduation party, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, all original stuff, which was like just bass player, drums, and me. So, you know, how creative can you get? But it was a lot of fun.
So, God, I've known you for a long time.
I know.
But I didn't even know you were in bands, performing live.
Yeah.
We could have been jamming out this whole time.
I know, right?
What the hell?
No, then I started dating a drummer. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I dated.
But you never performed with or during that time?
I did.
Were
Yeah,
you?
we did. There were some shows at, do you remember when it used to be the Bismarck Hotel?
Yes.
Now the bank's there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, some of those shows that Stace and those guys put on.
Okay.
So we think we played like once or twice. But,
I missed out on those.
yeah, that was...
I've been to a few shows there. So maybe I did.
in the, what was it, convention room or whatever it was? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. For the most part, people remember Vanilla Ice showing up there. You don't recall this?
No.
So Vanilla Ice rebranded himself during the new metal era at the end of the 90s. And he went from his 80s shtick to heavy rock.
Can't even picture that.
Ice, ice, baby.
Are you
gotta
serious?
Look this up. Yes, I'm dead serious. And then came to Bismarck. Funky Arabs opened. It was odd.
That's an interesting combo.
It was. It was hilarious. It
Clearly
was
that
awesome.
didn't take off. So
Yeah, no.
I think I would
That's so
remember
funny.
that.
Yeah.
No, I
That's
remember.
every time I hear about Hotel Bismarck, that's what comes to mind.
Really?
I know there was other shows there, but they all got washed away because of
That's
Vanilla Ice.
That's your memory.
Rob Van Winkle.
Yep. I mean, I think...
I had him sign $1.
Did you?
Yeah, and then I was broke and I spent it.
Did you? No.
I
Really?
had to.
Wait, you could still buy stuff for $1, right?
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Many things for $1.
You could actually get a tank of gas. Or no, a gallon of gas. A tank, I wish. A gallon of gas used to be 99 cents. I remember those days.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, I miss that.
I know.
Could
Really
drive
ages
forever.
us.
I know it does. I know. It's like, oh, you're gonna be how old? I don't want to talk about
I know.
it.
At what age do you kind of cringe at telling what age you are?
God, I don't know. I cried when I turned 18 because I was like, oh my God, now I can actually go to jail for all the illegal stuff I do. Oh, I liked to party at that time.
Yeah.
So it was like all the illegal stuff.
Well, at least you were aware,
Yeah.
Some people weren't.
I know. Oh, I know. Yeah, I consider myself one of the lucky ones, though. So I never had any like super major bad experiences. I never ended up in jail for any of that stuff. Like you look back at some of your friends and you're kind of sad for them.
Yeah.
Or people you run into now that you knew from then that are not well at all.
I
So,
know. I've got another guy too who I guess I was friends with for a long time, always in and out of jail, and I used to help him out every time he would get out of jail. And he just went right back in. And I was hearing some things on Facebook that he was doing recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like not well?
Not well. Not well.
That's not good.
Yeah, he's just always kind of prone to violence and, just a dick. That's
To
the best
put it-
way to describe him. He's
Yep,
just a total
that seems
dick.
to be a common thing. No, I think, was it in the last 3 years, I actually lost a friend who I'm pretty sure like OD'd and died in Vegas. I'd known him since high school.
Yeah.
But like I'd kind of distanced myself from him, like, because he started getting into heroin. Like I would drop by his house occasionally. Like if I was driving to drop my daughter's violin teacher off a check, and I was like, I'll swing by, say hey, before I head home. And I swung over and I like knocked on his door, and he opened up and let me in, and I walk into his like dining room area, and there's a guy sitting there with a needle in his arm shooting up, and I'm like, oh, you're busy. You could have just told me you were busy and had company. It was really an awkward situation.
Yeah.
And I've never watched somebody go from sober to a heroin high, and that's not pretty.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. But I was like, I'm like, I don't know who you're hanging out with, dude, but like when I swing by, it seems like it's sketchier and sketchier. These people look rough.
Right.
Like, yeah. So once I, got my shit together, I'm like, I just can't associate,
Yeah, you got to cut everybody off.
Yeah, I really, really did. So, so when he moved to Vegas with his mom, we weren't in contact. I think he'd tried to reach out, but I'm like, I just can't, like he's never going to be sober. I don't think he'd been sober the whole time I'd known him.
Right.
Like ever. So yeah, when I heard he passed, I mean, I wasn't surprised, but I felt really awful for having cut him off at the same time.
Yeah,
So
I know. I get that.
it's like you do what you have to do to take care of yourself.
Right.
But
It's
to
not
watch
on
other
you.
people go through that, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that is tough.
yep. And now
I've-
I live like a block and a half from his house. So every time I walk my dog, I walk by there and I'm like,
Memories.
kind of have that moment where you're like, I feel bad. I have to say, one of the people who got me into music to begin with, well, I always credit my elementary music teacher because he was definitely not your typical elementary school music teacher. Like, he was a big music guy. He was in all the 70s and all that stuff. And we did a lot of like current hits and stuff at that time. Like, I mean, in the 80s, you're in kids choir and you're doing Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham, which is, at that time, was a hit. So stuff like that, I mean, gave us a lot of variety. Like, it wasn't your standard choral music. So that was great. One of the projects he had us do one time was making an album. So you like designed an album cover and then you like came up with song names and like how long they were and stuff on the back, like a regular album.
That's so cool.
And then one of the other projects was making a music video.
No.
Yeah, so you got to pick a song to lip sync to, and then you and your group would go up to the band department and you'd sit with the instruments and pretend you're playing, and they'd record you. And then when they had I can't remember if it was like parent-teacher conferences or open house, they would play these videos so everybody could see them.
That's really cool.
And that was one of the things that kids looked forward to. When you get to this grade, you get to do this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was really, really unique.
Yeah.
So definitely that was a big start. Road tripping with my parents. I mean, we didn't have DVDs in our cars or anything like that. So my parents always had the music up, which is probably why I'm deaf. Partially, I think.
I'm partially deaf too.
Musician's ears. But no, and then high school, I listened to a lot of radio crap like everybody. But Matt Grenz actually really got me onto like whole other genres of music. Like, he introduced me to the Pixies. He introduced me to, Bikini Kill and all that punk stuff. Like, and it was great. It was like a total eye-opener because I was like, oh my God, you don't have to be perfect. Like, these people are awesome and this music is great and it's not, auto-tuned.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that wasn't quite the thing yet.
Right.
But,
It was more raw.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And like the emotion that came across with that, like, and the anger. I mean, teenage crap. Like, I had a lot of that going on. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it just really fit with everything I was going through and, kind of the time we were in. So, yeah, I don't know. So I wanted to start doing that, but at that time, I didn't really know anybody who wasn't like already preoccupied, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. So like I hung out with Matt Grenz, and then I was dating Ira at the time, and they were in Plastic Accident. And then, I mean, Ira was friends with Stace and all those guys down on 2nd Street. And I don't think I actually got to play with anybody until Matt Marquardt and, no, John Reardon. I can't remember. But
it's been
those
a while.
are the two guys I jammed with. Like, I don't think I met them through my girlfriend, Shauna. And they were a lot of fun. They were cool.
That 2nd Street house had a lot.
That was, yeah, those were crazy times.
Yeah. Yes, they were.
And then it got torn down. No.
Yeah.
Well, and then they had that shop that was on Bell Street off of Front Avenue. Did you ever go to that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was there for a while. I don't think that's there anymore either.
I don't think so.
But yeah, all those, I think we even threw a couple shows when we had our house in Mandan. There were a few shows in the basement, which, I mean, that basement was not cut out for that at all.
No.
Like, it was like,
most
here's this
aren't,
carpeted room with a tiny doorway, and it's like you can fit like 10 people in the room. Everybody else has to stand outside. And, oh my God. And it was set up so that when you walked in the house, there was like the door to the basement would open up from the floor. But then right next to that was the bathroom. So if you walked straight out of the bathroom and didn't look where you were going, you'd fall down the hole. So that actually happened.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Kylie. I can't remember Kylie's last name right now, but I remember her taking a header down that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I think Sofa Glue was there.
Oh, fuck. Sofa Glue.
I think they stayed with us. I don't think they actually played a show there, but I'm pretty sure that was the same time. I think that was the same night, but at least I think it was her. God. Like,
yeah, right.
It's hard to pinpoint.
Stepping out of the bathroom and just whoop.
Yeah. It was not the safest way to do anything, but it was like it took you directly to the basement. So, I mean, that was the way to go, right?
Into the show.
So, yeah. And that was also the only bathroom. So, yeah. We didn't plan that well.
No.
I mean, you get a bunch of kids drinking and smoking and doing
God
knows what.
Yeah.
And you've got,
someone's bound to get hurt.
Yeah.
If you get
If we're
hurt at
smart,
it.
we would have been taking bets.
Yeah, right. Holy shit.
No.
Oh, man. Different times. I love house shows. Miss those house shows.
I do, too. Just house parties in general. They're just not like they used to be.
No, you really have to. I
mean,
don't know.
they probably wouldn't be
I don't
the
know
same
what's
in your
changed,
40s
really.
anyways, but social media,
Yeah.
people don't go out to meet people anymore
Yeah.
because they don't have to, which is sad because then they also have no social skills.
Or the social skills that they gain are just, meeting people online. So you treat each other different when you meet them in person.
Oh, it's awkward.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
Yeah.
Or you're just awkward in general and you don't even know it, I guess. I don't know.
I've got those moments for sure, but I definitely know it's
I do
probably
too.
way worse
Sure.
for kids nowadays to be any type of social out in public.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Do you remember that South Park episode where the internet went out and they ended up at that camp and Shelly meets her boyfriend in person?
Yes. And they're just like,
Hi. And then I'll talk to you online. Okay, yep.
And then she's all excited afterwards.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's pretty much it. But no, so let's see. After that, I didn't do a whole lot until I moved to Minneapolis and I went to music tech and started experimenting, I guess, with different types of music there and trying out for different groups. And I actually got, honestly, the chance to play with people who actually worked with Prince.
Cool.
Yeah, very cool. There was a band called Maserati back in, I don't even know what year it would have been, but a couple of the guys from that group that Prince had kind of helped work with, they had a song out called, was it 100 miles an hour, 1,000 miles an hour? I should know this stuff, but I don't. But I think it was, I don't know that it was a hit, but it was a fairly popular song.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I don't think that ever really went anywhere for them. But then they all ended up playing local, you know, in the Minneapolis scene.
Yeah.
So I ended up joining a group with two of the guys from that group. And yeah, it was called Wayo Deo. And the lead singer, Aaron Paul Keith, who is also from Maserati, he we'd do cover songs, and we did Violent Femmes, and he could never sing all the lyrics right. So I remember specifically one guy coming up to him and saying, "I will give you $50 if you sing all the words correctly." Because he was always like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're doing cover music. You can sing whatever." He's like, "Nobody cares." He's like, "It's really about the original stuff." And I think he only had like one or two.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, it
does.
matters. Like, trust me, it matters. So, yeah. And then the other guy from that group was, you know, I don't even think I know his real name, but I always went by Screamer.
Screamer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, really cool thing is when I finally went, and have you been to Paisley Park?
No.
No, not yet.
Not yet, but I will.
I did go once, and one of the cool things was they had a mural, and it had like the names of all these artists that he had worked with, and those were people who were on there. So I'm like, it's really cool to walk into a Princess Place and see a mural with names of people you actually had the pleasure to work with.
Yeah.
You know? So going to Minneapolis, I really got the chance to work with some professionals, meet other musicians. I still keep in touch with some of the people that I went to school with in music tech. So I know people who've been playing in Vegas. I know a guy in Florida. I talked to another girl who ended up in New York, recorded an album, and told me she's no longer in the music business because of how shady it is.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she recorded her album, and then the guy changed the terms on her and wanted some sort of sexual favors in return, and she was like, "I'm not doing this."
That's not even the music business.
No,
you know,
that's unfortunately it. Yeah.
Well, maybe
it is. It really is. Like that whole like Harvey Weinstein type atmosphere.
I suppose. Fuck.
Really, that's really a thing. So, I mean, I've heard some stories. I've heard a lot of stories.
Yeah, I guess I'm coming from the aspect of
The
a male,
DIY.
so right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, after that, I actually ended up coming home for a wedding, and we went out to the Dove. God, don't ask me why, because that would have not been my
wound
scene.
up there random times, so many times too.
I think we were there with my friend Carrie and her sister Denise, who was into country music, and the band playing there at the time was Johnny Green and the Green Men, and I don't know how I ended up going up on stage and singing with them.
Cool.
But then Johnny told me he wanted to have a meeting with me like that week or whatever. So I ended up sitting down with him, and he wanted to hire me to come on the road with them. And that was my first like real job as a musician, like full-time playing. Like we traveled every week, played, you know, anywhere from 3 nights to 6 nights a week. The only thing that sucked about that was living out of a hotel can be rough. It's definitely lonely when you're working with people who are twice your age.
Sure.
And yeah, I mean, it gets lonely. It's
But
weird.
you're getting put up in hotels every night?
Yeah, that's
not
part
too
of the deal.
shabby.
Well, some of the places we stayed,
That's true. I've said it's some pretty rundown hotels.
So there was a bar in Minot. It used to be called the Rocking Horse. I don't know what it's called now. I can't think of the name of it.
Just the name of it, the Rocking Horse sounds like, yeah.
So we would go and play. Every time we would play at this bar, there was a house next door that they used as the band house, and they put us up in. And so one night, I'm in my room, like practicing, doing whatever, and I hear something next door in the room next to me, and I go, I'm like, what the hell's going on? They're like, there goes the mouse, get it. There's a mouse. So I got 2 guys in the bedroom next to me running across the bed. Go get the frying pan. Like trying to chase this mouse around. So, yeah. And then one of the other guys in that group had serious OCD. So he would buy a case of beer and put it in the fridge, and he would face all the cans out.
Oh.
They had to
all the
all be
labels
facing
out, yeah.
And then one of the guys would open up the fridge and he'd turn a couple and
no.
move a couple to the door. But when he went back again to look in the fridge, they'd be all back and lined up and faced out again.
That is hilarious. Like he doesn't know what it is. That's hilarious.
I'm surprised he didn't get into a fist fight with somebody, actually. But yeah, no, I actually...
I do that with my LaCroix. When I put them in the fridge down here, I'll kind of face them out a little bit. I don't care if they get turned, though. I'm not going to fight somebody over it.
Well, I get it. If you were in like retail experience, or something like that, where you had one of those jobs where you had to face things, I could see where that came in because I worked in retail for a while. When I lived in Minnesota, I worked at, what was it? Brooklyn Park used to have a mall. Mm-hmm. I used to work at that mall. That was a very rundown mall. But after working there, I'd find myself going to places shopping, and I would be like rehanging things up and like facing them and putting them in size. Yeah, some of those things carry with you for a while. So glad I'm not in retail anymore. Yeah. No, so I got to do, I did the on the road thing with them for only about a year. After that, I kind of burned out because, like I said, it was lonely. And I was with guys who were twice my age, and dating was like not a thing.
No.
Like, nobody wants to date somebody who's on the road 24/7. So, I mean, but I was like 24 at the time. So it's not like I was looking to get serious and settle down with anybody at that time anyways.
Right.
So, but yeah, no, I ended up coming back here and ended up getting on stage and singing with a couple people. I think it was Lazy Eye, actually. Oh, that was the first cover band I was in here when I came back from the cities. So, and we had a good, I think close to 5-year run. Mm-hmm. So, but that was definitely a party band. It's definitely a party band. I drank a lot in that band.
Yeah.
And that's actually how we ended up with the name for the next band I was in, because I had an awful mouth on me. So they named the next band Dirty Blonde, based after my ability to shit talk on stage and say awful things or throw in words that didn't belong in songs to make them, sexualized or whatever. Whatever I was feeling at that time, because I was a little outrageous. I'm pretty sure I licked Kevin's face on stage a few times and stuff like that. Yeah. I think there was also times where I was probably grinding and humping on him, like just being stupid. Kevin's like a brother to me. Kevin's like a brother to me. And I was dating our drummer, and he was down in the audience afterwards talking to somebody, and they're like, "That's your wife?" or or "That's who you're dating?" You're like, "Are you sure?" So, yeah, I had a tendency to be extremely inappropriate, I guess.
No, you're putting on a great show.
I thought I was. I thought I was extremely entertaining when I was drunk. So, I mean, there were times, you remember the Silver Dollar stage at all?
Yeah.
When it had a slant to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it had a little bit of a slant to it. And I was wearing like these 5-inch like mohair leopard print boots this one night. And I was singing, and I started to fall back into the drum set.
Oh, no.
And
so it slanted backwards?
No, it slanted forwards, but I was leaning backwards because I was trying to balance myself out in these boots.
Yeah, try to compensate.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, of course, the music stops because both Kevin and Chris reach for me and grab me before I fall backward into the drum set. It was quite the catch.
That's a good time.
And it was a full house. Mm-hmm. So I got down and I sat down while they started the next song, and I start taking off my boots, and they start playing, I think, Just a Girl by No Doubt. And one of the guys in front of me, I held the microphone out to him in front of his face, and he's like, "I don't know the words." And I said, "Yeah, I don't think I do either." I was like, yeah, that's where we're at in this game.
We have quite a bunch of shows recorded, just video camera, high 8, VHS, whatever it is. Damn it, I forgot this son of a bitch.
I think there is some video of that when we played out at a friend's place, because we used to play our friend Pizzo. Are you familiar with Pizzo at all? He put on the that Animus Prairie Pothole Festival. No?
Not sure.
Well, he had a lake cabin out on Brush Lake, and we went out there, and think a couple years, 2 or 3 years in a row, we played out there. And his cousin was the inkster, used to be the mascot for UMary.
Okay.
And he was quite the character. I think he does karaoke now at the Tap-In Tavern, maybe. But he would videotape. So I think there's videos somewhere from like that first year we did that. And I've got like somebody had come through one night with their bachelor party. You remember those old can holders that you could put in those cars? Like they slid between the window and the door. Mm-hmm. Did you ever have those?
I didn't.
Okay, so he had a belt on and he had those hooked to him so he could put drinks in it.
That's awesome.
And he gave it to me. So I wore it out to that party and had drinks in it on stage. So there's video
cool.
of that. There is, unfortunately, we did the song Beat It by Michael Jackson. And for some reason, I thought it would be funny to come out with a strap-on on.
Yes,
so
it is. It sounds funny to me.
When I was in the lake cabin in the dark putting this thing on for the next set, there's food in there. And people were in at the tables, but it was like pitch dark. So I walked up to this guy I didn't even know, standing right next to me, and I went thwap and like nailed him with it against his leg. He's like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. And then I did the song "Beat It" with that as my accessory for that song, and yeah. I don't know. Clearly there was something wrong with me. My sense of humor is a little off, but
I love it.
At that time, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to think I've matured a little bit since then. Not a whole lot.
Well, not too much. Yeah. Just a little bit.
No. Yeah.
I think all of my maturity has been from cringing at my own history. You know?
Oh.
Like, especially when I was bringing up videotapes of our old performances.
Yeah.
You know, when you get sloppy drunk, then you're like, oh, Jesus, that was terrible. Because in the moment,
you think
like,
you're amazing.
Yeah. You're like, oh, we're rocking out.
Oh, yeah.
And if it wasn't for that videotape to look at afterwards, you know, to really put you back in your place.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah. If it wasn't for some of those moments, I don't think that would have, you know, got me to straighten up a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely sing better sober. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Learned the hard way.
There's something about that confidence you get where
I know.
it just makes you
There's
think. There's
something about liquid courage that makes you think you're amazing. And it's really, you might actually be amazing as long as everybody else is on that same wavelength and just as wasted as you are.
Oh, yeah.
Problem
if not
is,
more, yeah.
When you're at a place where you're the one who's really shit-faced and nobody else is quite there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, was it in Dirty Blonde? We got sick of covering Sweet Child of Mine, so we decided to do Welcome to the Jungle. And it was always like the last song of the night. Mm-hmm. And so by the end of the night, once I started having a few drinks again, because I was actually sober for, I think, the first couple of years of that band. I think towards the end I started drinking again, which probably wasn't smart. But I'd get to the ending where you'd go, sha-na-na-na-na-na-knees, and I'd go, sha-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like, I could not, for the life of me, get it out. And when you know you've done that, and you're drinking, and you know that song's coming up, then you overthink it, and you can't not do it wrong. So, yeah. Like, you forget how, like, letting yourself go and just being part of that music is really important. Like not overthinking everything just really fucks you up more.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, what did we do after Dirty Blonde? I think after Dirty Blonde, we tried to start another band called Rock Show HD. And that was just kind of a shit show. It didn't really go that well, and I don't know if the vibe just wasn't there with everybody. I think we rotated through a few people. Ended up with a female bass player, though, at one point, Nina, who now lives in Boston, and she's amazing. She's a very good bass player. She actually plays now in Boston in a cover band called Nutshell. So they do a lot of, so strictly Alice in Chains cover band, but...
Oh, cool.
She gets to perform with a lot of different people, and I actually messaged her one time because she kept posting all these pictures with her family and these famous musicians. And I'm like, what's the deal? I'm like, I keep seeing you. Like, are you getting VIP passes for all this? And she's like, well, I actually know quite a few people. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, but, you know, when you know people, it's not like that's something that you talk about to other people. So, you know, because then you got people that want favors or want you to introduce them. And she's like, and I just don't want any part of that. So I said, I absolutely get it. But I'm like, that's really fucking cool.
That's way cool.
So good for you, you know?
Hell yeah.
So I think she's probably could have a number of options, but yeah. So it's good to know people. It's good to know people everywhere. So
it is.
When my daughter graduates in a year, and if I decide to move, I need to find some place to go where there's music that I know somebody.
You plan on moving?
I've got to get away from North Dakota winters at some point. Like,
well, you know, our winters are not. They're different now. It's weird.
They are different.
And our summers are different. Sometimes they're all smoke.
Oh, that's been bad the last few years.
Yeah.
Like really bad.
And that's not just here. I mean,
no, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know there's weather every place. You know,
sure.
Everything's got its ups and downs, goods and bads. Like I used to live in Minneapolis. Am I glad I don't live there now? Fuck yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, not a place I would want to be. My daughter is a varsity cheerleader, and they had nationals in Orlando like a couple weeks ago, and so I got to go down there for that, and that was just gorgeous. I mean, I've been to Florida like once before, but yeah, the weather was amazing, even though it was like 50, 60 degrees. And there's all the sunshine. Like, I need more sunshine in my life.
Sure.
So my parents bought me a sun lamp for Christmas, but it doesn't have quite the same effect, you know.
I thought about getting one.
I know when I talked to my chiropractor, she said you really need to sit under it for like an hour a day for like at least a week to start with before it starts to like kind of build up. And my problem is I just haven't had time to do that, or I haven't made time to do that, I should say. So things are kind of busy this time of year. Mm-hmm. After how do you know? Rock Show HD, I think, lasted a few years, and I played with, I don't know, I ended up drinking heavy again because, did you ever go to those shows that were put on at the Strawberry now? I don't know what it was.
I did go to a few, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember the really big guy with the Black Label Society jacket?
I'm sure I would.
I'm pretty sure you'd recognize him. He's a very big guy. But him and Justin would get together and drink like fish.
Oh, so, yeah. Big guys can drink.
We had a New Year's Eve gig, and it was at Pub 21, and we got there, and Justin was shit-faced already. I was fucking pissed. Donovan was pissed. He had told Nina, Dolly and Hanovan are going to be really upset with me. Dolly and Hanovan. Yeah, you're probably going to be pretty pissed. Like, you can't pronounce our names right. First set was a total shit show, and I can't do the thing. I can't work with somebody where you've got like 15 minutes before each song while they try to figure out what key they're supposed to be in or what song they're supposed to play or how the song goes. Like, it wasn't happening. So to deal with his drinking, I had to drink just to make it through the night.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, I think I just need a break. So yeah, I took a break. Like, I just need to be done for a while.
Good.
Well, it got to that point where you're like, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy practicing. I don't enjoy playing.
Oh,
like,
that's sad.
I was actually on stage and I actually felt embarrassed to be on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. Like, when you're, I don't want to diss anybody, but like when your caliber of musician kind of drops, like, what kind of
totally
dedication they want to put in.
I got to say, that was kind of an issue with one of my bands that sort of quit playing because a member was out of shape at that time and would have to stop playing and would ask to play a slower song. And it's like, we don't have any slow songs. They're all fast songs. Or would want to take an actual break in between the set and then try and do the set again later. It's like, we can't do that.
That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's rough.
That's another thing about some of the younger kids today, too. They don't get it. Like, the work that you put in. Like,
oh, yeah. Right.
No.
I guess I haven't been jamming with too many younger guys. But.
Well, and that's one thing I also said after having played with Justin. And granted, he's a good player. He's a very good musician. But I think he's definitely probably better at originals, and his forte is probably country music before anything else. So, when you love something, it's easy to learn what you love. When you're doing a song that you don't really give a shit about, you just don't put the effort into it that you should. I mean, I've done it too. I mean, that's probably why I still actually have a book in front of me with Two Blind Mice. I used to memorize everything, but this I'm like, well, I kind of get to chill out and just cheat. Your performance kind of suffers from that, from not, knowing it by heart. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
Okay, here's a good question for you, because I struggled with this really hard after being done with this last band and not having any projects. I kind of felt like I lost my sense of self. Like,
yes.
Went through a total freaking loss of identity.
Yeah.
Like,
I did.
Okay, so it's not just me, because
it's not. I was talking to somebody else too I had on here, and he had a break where he wasn't doing anything, and he was raising kids, doing the family life and work and whatnot. And yeah, if you're kind of a naturally creative person, or at least really get involved with a scene, and then you stop, I don't know, a depression can kind of set in. And that's what happened with me for a while. I didn't realize it was there until, it really sunk in. Mm-hmm. And I started having moments of like a deep sadness, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from.
Oh, God, I knew.
Yeah. See, I didn't. I knew I wanted to do something, and I was trying to figure it out. And I was like, man, I almost don't want to play shows, but I want to be in a band. I want to write, but I don't know who to do it with. And the guys I kind of wanted to get back together were doing other things. I started doing this podcast, and it's only been, just over a year now, but it really kind of pulled me out of that. I don't know. It took up the space of, I'm not performing in a band or writing music or playing guitar until more recently. But in that meantime, it was something to point my creativeness at, I guess. And
direct your creative flow towards. Yeah. I didn't. Once, I think there was some resentment. So I was married to the drummer from Dirty Blonde. I was married to Donovan for quite a while. And he wasn't happy anymore. I could tell he wasn't having fun with it anymore. And it's hard for me. It was really hard for me to have fun when I knew that he wasn't happy. So we ended up quitting. And I think part of me resents him because we quit because I knew he wasn't happy. So that kind of left that void for me. So when we tried to start another band and having it fail so miserably, in my eyes anyways, I have severe anxiety now about starting this new band. I am totally freaked out. March 14th is our first gig at the Laughing Sun. And I'm I just don't feel like I'm ready. I haven't had to be a front person, a real front person in years. Tom took all that slack in Dirty Blonde because he was just so good at it. So I didn't have to do much, I'm otherwise alcohol took the role for me in Lazy Eye. I was just an obnoxious shit. I'm kind of nervous about doing this first show. But
yeah, that's coming up too.
It is. And I'm glad it's at Laughing Sun because at least there's sound there. And that's one of my biggest things is Donovan ran sound for us too. Guy played drums, ran lights, and he ran sound. Talk about somebody who could have their shit together. He did a freaking good job. But I left all that gear behind in the divorce, so I don't have any of that stuff, and none of these other guys do either. So I'm I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how we're gonna get this part done, and I'm nervous about booking shows because I don't know what I have lined up for sound, or how I'm gonna line that up, or where I'm getting the equipment from, or if I want to, hire somebody out, and how soon in advance do you have to call somebody to try to book somebody, and how much is that going to cost? Am I going to even make any money doing this, Oh,
you're giving me anxiety.
I know. It's awful.
I'm not even a part of this.
But I've also never been the person who's been running the show. So, I mean, I'm kind of putting on a new hat in this one.
Practice.
I know, and I think it's probably good to have
And
somewhere
then it's
to
not
direct
even
my
practice,
attention.
it's rehearsal.
Yep.
It's having it down.
Oh, yeah.
You're just over and over. And then,
Practice is what you do on your own. Rehearsal is what you do when you get together. Pretty sure that's a cliche line.
It is.
But very, very true.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I was having odd feelings about it, and then we had practice yesterday, actually. And it went really well, and I was like, okay, so this funk I've been in for the last few weeks is probably a lot of me, one, overthinking, and two, the fact that I hadn't sang. So, like, yeah, my mood, like, is based on a lot of weird things, like sunshine. I need sunshine.
Yep, absolutely.
Sunlight, warm weather, and good conversation. And apparently I need to sing to be mentally stable.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
yeah. So I don't know what I do. Somebody's like, "Are you going to ever stop singing?" And I said, "I don't know if I could." I'm like, I'm afraid I might die if I stop singing, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, where do you put that energy? I mean, like you said, you found something else to do, at least with the podcast. But yeah, I got nothing. Like, I immerse myself in, like, wintertime, I can cocoon myself on my couch and I binge Netflix.
Oh, you know what? I love cocooning. Blankets.
So do I. I kind of love it. But at the same time, I'm like, this is so unproductive.
I know. That's the thing, too.
Especially when you've, like, watched everything.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so much stuff. Watching movies with people, they're like, well, you've seen everything already.
I wound up watching all of The Simpsons.
Did you really?
Yeah. And then once the last episode ended, and I didn't realize, like, where I was. I mean, the new season will wind up coming out, but I mean, from beginning to end, just kind of binging it.
That's how many years? That's like 20 years.
How many? I think it was, I can't even recall now, 30-some seasons.
Okay, so I want to say
it's
came
all
out
on Disney Plus, and
in the 80s.
I've just been watching it, here and there. Like when I get up in the morning, I'll put an episode on, and then it was over, and I was like, "What do I do with my life now?" I didn't know what else to watch. It was weird.
Yep, I went through a lot of those phases. Well, it's like, and then I had a really hard time. Like, did you watch Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
After I watched that show, I'm like, oh my God, how do you watch another show after that?
Right.
Because it's like, it's kind of...
Well, for some people, it was Better Call Saul.
I did watch that, but it, you got to be real. It didn't have the same bite and excitement that,
I did get to see, I think, the first season, but never caught up.
I don't think I ever watched the rest of that either.
Yeah.
I think I watched the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
I'm not
and I
sure
have a friend who's like, "Oh, dude, you got to watch it. Just watch it." I'm like, "Okay, I will."
I always go back to people who haven't seen Breaking Bad, and I said, "This is absolutely awful." I'm like, because I have probably one of the most morbid sense of humor. I enjoy gratuitous violence.
Hell yeah.
In the way that I like the extreme stuff that's like, clearly that's shit that's probably not going to happen. Like, I can't watch stuff like Hostel. That creeps me out because I believe that shit's happening.
Oh my God. I didn't even realize until more recently when you're hearing stuff in the news lately about the powers that be.
Oh God.
And the pedos. Some of that shit's really fucking too real. Hearing some of the things I've been hearing, I only know it's going to be worse than what I really think it is. And that's fucking gross.
I kind of had that conversation with somebody where, I mean, again, not to get into the political side of things, but like somebody had posted about listening to every side of a story. And I was like, at this point, I said, and actually at most points, I said, I don't talk about politics for the main reason that I don't feel like no matter what information I'm getting, I don't know that I'm getting the truth.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, where do you really go to get anything that's actually accurate? Because I sure as hell don't believe anything that's on the news, And then you've got everybody spinning everything, and now with AI.
Oh my God, AI is crazy good.
That's a whole other monster.
Yeah, it's scary.
It's amazing scary.
Yeah.
So
seeing like dudes who are, I'm using quotations with my fingers, influencers. I hate that fucking term, but I've seen videos where, and I'm not watching them, it's on like Reddit or Facebook or clips of people just changing their video to where they're a girl. Now they're a different guy. Now it's a girl. And it's so flawless.
That's scary.
Like, what
that is
the
scary
hell?
stuff.
A lot of our youth now are interacting with people online so much. I
exactly.
don't. Older people too.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like our younger people and our older people.
You get the grooming stuff going on. It's like, how do you,
I feel like I'm kind of in an okay place being in the middle. I do.
How old are your kids?
He is 20. He
No
will
way.
24.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know you had.
Yeah.
How old were you? So you were 20
20,
something? Oh, my
yeah.
God. I guess I didn't have Chloe until I was almost 30.
Well, that's probably, you were. They say you're an adult at 18. You're not really.
No.
I mean, you can't even rent a car until you're, what,
24?
25?
24?
Jeez. You can't be president until 32?
Something like that. I don't even know if that
33?
should be allowed. I mean, clearly, like, we've seen from the last however many presidencies, I don't know what age is actually appropriate at this point.
They say, like, you have to be at least this age, and I think, well, you should be,
I think there's some serious background checks that need to have happened.
Oh, my God.
I would love it if it wasn't so, like, money-driven, but that's the other thing. Everything is all about
We're
money.
not supposed to talk politics here,
I know.
but let me say this. Like, can we get rid of lobbying? God.
I used to drive around my dad's, it was a 69 Cutlass, Oldsmobile Cutlass. It was pea green.
Oh, okay.
And I had to sit on pillows to drive this car.
Oh, yeah?
Because it actually sat really low, but also I'm a very short person. But we only had, I can't remember if it only had AM radio. But we would bring a boombox with.
Oh, yeah.
And play cassettes.
Nice.
For the longest time.
Like C or D batteries?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The big suckers. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm pretty sure he had it. Might have had it. My dad might
Cassette
have had an old
tapes.
Studebaker truck that had 8-track player in it too. But
Oh, nice.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that we ever had any 8-tracks, but
But you could reach the pedals with the pillows?
no, it was more that I could see over the steering wheel.
Okay.
Because the dash was really high on it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So I mean, you put the seat all the way up. Pretty much had to have the seat all the way up.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
bench
all the way
seat, so any of your
forward,
friends
right.
that had longer legs, they're kissing the dashboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was actually a fun car to drive around. I used to work at Subway. Subway was my first job, and I think at that time Subway was on 3rd Street, and I think they closed at like midnight or 1 o'clock or something like that at that time. And I was living in Mandan, and I had this little Toyota pickup, and I remember driving on my way home, listening to Magic Carpet Ride, and I got nailed by a drunk driver. And it was February on the Expressway Bridge. But it was like the first time we had that La Nina thing going on.
Oh, sure.
Where it was like there was no snow.
Yeah.
But I got nailed from behind, and it flipped me around when I hit the median, and I like bit my tongue. So I was like, oh my God, am I alive? Really, really, really interesting. I didn't know what side of the road I was on. Like I was so freaking confused. And a guy saw the accident and stopped and everything. And here it was a drunk driver. And the guy got out of his truck and ran after he hit me.
He just takes off.
Yeah. And he had a passenger.
Oh, no.
He had
They're
a
just sitting
passenger
there.
in his car, too. So, and apparently he didn't have his lights on, which is why I never saw him when he'd come up behind me.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And I think he didn't have a license at the time either.
Yeah.
So, real winner. I ended up taking the ambulance, and I remember them taping my head down, like, to, like, stabilize me or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they ripped that duct tape off. I swear to God, it's like duct tape.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. Said, do you have to have surgery? I'm like, you're not charging me for this, are you? Like, they're like, well, she's got a sense of humor, so she must be okay. But
That's funny.
yeah, I ended up with like a permanent dent in my thigh because I was driving a stick shift. Like the stick shift ended up in like an L shape because I had nailed it so hard when we got hit.
Jesus.
I'd gotten thrown over into the passenger seat, and I didn't even realize it till we had gone and looked at the truck like however many days later, because there was actually a crack on the windshield. But I didn't know I hit my head. I knew I bit my tongue. It was it was in the report that was in the paper. I was like, really? I don't feel like that was necessary to quote me on that.
Right?
back in that little town of Portal. I was in the back seat with another girl, no seatbelts on, like an idiot, as we did back then.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'm pretty sure it was like a Buick Century. Everybody had a Buick Century back there, I swear.
Yeah.
And another friend of mine was in the front seat, and her boyfriend was driving. And for whatever reason, we were like speeding away on a gravel road from this truck that was following us with some other kids in it. Like, oh, we're going to try to get away from him, whatever. So he's flying down this dirt road, and he's like coming to where there's a T in the road, and there's no road past there. But we didn't know there was no road past there, so he slams on his brake, and we flew into a fucking field. And he drove out. And all I can think is, clearly there's got to be a God or something. And I'm a firm believer that when it is your time, it is your time.
Yeah.
Because there's too many stupid things that have happened to me that I should definitely be dead from. Like, it's insane. Like, how many people, like, you hear stories about kids doing stupid shit like that on dirt roads all the time.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
them rolling their cars
Yeah.
and, like, yeah. And for us to, like, no seatbelts on, I don't know how fast we were going, but we were going fast enough that we flew into that field. Like, yeah. And the fact that he was able to drive his car out, oh my God.
There's always been that kid from a small town that rolled his truck or whatever and died.
Oh, yeah. Or it's a four-wheeler, or it's, some other, it's crazy. It's scary. The other weird thing was with Shauna, my friend Shauna, who's actually my daughter's godmother now. Cool. I've known her since high school, but we went up to the Minot State Fair with a friend, and I remember being in the back seat. She had a Cutlass. We're driving back from Minot, and it was like really foggy out, and he was driving, and I honestly think if he wouldn't have been driving, we might be dead. She was in a few accidents with that car, like repeatedly, one after the other. And as we were driving back to Bismarck, we had a car come like straight head on at us.
Oh, no.
So apparently there was like a drunk driver going the wrong way on the interstate. And we swerved out of the way, like barely missed it.
Nick of time.
And if I'm not mistaken, I remember reading the paper saying that they actually hit somebody after us.
No.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, so it's things like that where you go, okay, thank you. Like, as you get older, you think about your mortality a little bit more.
Yes. Yeah. We kind of had that discussion beforehand, too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I don't know. So you have a 24-year-old?
Yeah.
What does he do?
This is crazy, too. Now he's in a band. He's going to be playing. He's played a house show, and I got him a gig in May. I think it'll be at the record store.
Local here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere.
What's the name of his band?
Chlorodescence? It's one of those words they just kind of made up. But chlora, like chlorophyll.
I think of
descens.
chloroform personally.
Chloroform. I know. I wanted to say that, but I was like, maybe I should. That's why I was like, chlorophyll. Yeah. That's what I thought too.
I bought my mom for Christmas a couple of kitchen towels, and one of them says, "Does this towel smell like chloroform to you?"
That's awesome.
The other one says something about being oyster, I'll poison you. I don't know what it is, but she also has like ones that say fork off and dry.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Yeah, my family.
Yeah.
Like, we're quite the characters, so.
So, yeah, he's starting to get into the jam. I started pretty early. I think I was 16, 17 area.
Well, how old were you when you were in your first band?
That's what I'm thinking, like 16,
Really?
17. Yeah.
So you just started right away.
Yeah, I couldn't play. I wound up moving in with my stepdad after freshman year of high school. And then he gave me a guitar. I wound up carrying it to a party one time. And another guy was like, "Hey, you play guitar?" I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, you lied.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally.
Good for you.
Hell yeah. It's like, "You want to start a band?" It's like, "I like punk music." I'm like, "I'm into punk music." Hell yeah. And when you're into punk music, you don't really have to know your whole instrument,
Yeah, what
as
is
long
it?
as
You gotta
can get
learn like three major chords or something?
Yeah.
Isn't that it? Yeah.
Yeah, 3 bar chords. That's fine. Or at least just position your fingers this way, and then you can go up and down the neck, And then we had a drummer who could play pretty shitty too, so that worked out.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, and that's how I learned. Just by playing with other people, really.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I still don't know how because I've been playing punk music for my whole life. So it's like, damn, I'll learn sometime. Though.
Yeah.
I keep saying that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I kind of love the Ramones, and let's face it, like all their songs are.
Yeah, very simple, but just
Yep.
that just fun,
extremely
catchy.
repetitive, but it's fun. It's got good energy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
Joey
jammed
Ramone
with.
was not a handsome man.
No,
but,
yeah, I know.
But he still had something,
He had something.
Yeah.
None of them were handsome.
No, I don't think.
I mean,
so.
not to body shame in 2026, but,
Yeah.
but they always looked way better on certain when they would do like cartoon versions of the
Oh my God.
Ramones or
Were they ever on Scooby Doo?
yeah, I don't know. But I feel like I've seen like cartoon versions. Of the
I'm
Ramones.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like. But Scooby Doo had everybody, so like,
yes.
that's
Yeah,
why I'm
even
like,
Batman or Robin.
I'm gonna end up googling this, and messaging you later.
Yeah, I know.
Suck at computer skills. I actually go to Phoenix in 2 weeks to do some recording.
Oh yeah.
A friend of mine, actually the guy who used to run sound for us in Lazy Eye, now lives in Phoenix, and we stayed in touch over the years. He actually was in town, like, I'm going to say 2-3 months ago maybe, and he actually came out to a show at the Laughing Sun that Mike and I were playing, and ended up talking with him, and then like a month later I get a message from him, and he's like, hey, I wrote some songs. I'd like you to check them out, not share them with anybody, but let me know what you think. He's like, and I just want your complete honesty. Anytime anybody's ever said, I wrote a song, I'd like you to listen to it, I want your complete honesty, you're always like, oh God. Okay.
I know. Like,
They're really good.
yeah.
They're country, which I didn't expect from him, but they're really good. Like, they're catchy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually was like, I can kind of relate to this. I could see, I could see this being a hit, or something, Tiger Lily or somebody famous, would record. And,
Sure.
And that's what he wants to do. He wants to get them copyrighted or whatever, but he asked if I would come down and record them. So I'm going to go to Phoenix in a couple of weeks, and I get to actually record a couple of original songs. So, yeah. I'm like, I'm not the biggest fan of studio work.
Yeah.
Because, one, I don't have a whole lot of studio experience, but I also don't like my own voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't listen to myself.
That's so weird.
How you sound to yourself, and then, like, when you have to listen to yourself
Oh,
later,
yeah. No,
like,
I get that. Like,
you're
I'm
like,
not a singer,
what?
but, like, just talking on this
Oh, yeah.
podcast, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with my voice? When I started listening back, I'm like...
It just doesn't sound
ugh.
like you think you sound.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I know I don't know. So I'm kind of nervous about it, because I'm like, I can learn these songs. I'm like, but I don't know if I'm going to want to actually hear them. And I'm really...
And you've been doing this for a while. And you still feel that way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
So you'll probably never get over that.
I don't think I will.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You have a great voice.
Thank you.
You really do.
I know Mike always tells me, he's like, the biggest issue you have, he's like, is that you lack confidence. And I said, I can't help it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I prefer to be humble anyways.
Sure.
Like,
I love that too.
I prefer people who aren't cocky assholes.
Yep.
And I don't ever want to be that way. Like, I don't think I'd ever want to be famous, to be honest. Like, I enjoy my privacy.
Oh,
like,
my
I like
God.
my private life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I like, not to mention the fact that I know there's pictures out there of me that I don't want anybody to see, and that's the shit that would get dug
Same.
up. That,
Yeah.
or like, I think...
I'm also glad that like we kind of missed some of that social media aspect of recording every goddamn thing you're doing.
I tell my daughter all the time, well, I tell her a couple things. First, and this is probably not the classiest thing I've ever said, but I said, I got to do drugs back when they were safe.
Yep.
Granted, I'm joking, but you mean, I don't think I would be tempted to touch anything at this point.
Yeah.
Because there's fentanyl and friggin' everything. Like, everything is so scary now.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, none of that shit was good before, but
Right.
the fact that I can joke and say, oh, I did drugs when they were safe, you know.
Yeah, I know.
That and I got to do all the things that I could do when there was no such thing as a camera phone.
Yes.
So all of my deeds are great memories, but they stay as memories. There's no proof.
Yeah. We have a few of those moments, but they were, camcorders.
Oh, yeah.
And we own the footage.
Oh, exactly.
So it's not like I'm going to let that get out.
Oh, I know. When we were in Lazy Eye, we did a lot of biker rallies and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I did a number of
I've been to a few biker
concerts
rallies,
or contests or whatever. Yeah. So, and it's like now people don't do those things because everybody's got a camera phone. So it's like, you can't even let loose on a weekend and be whoever you want to be, and then go back to work on Monday and be that person.
It'd be great if they could do like a old school biker rally again, but at the entrance, it's like, all right, put your fucking phones away or in this little bag that you have to lock up.
Oh, yeah. People can't survive without their phones down.
No, they can't.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of go a little nuts when I don't have access, and it's like, what do you really need?
Yeah, I know.
Like, there's really nothing on there that you need. Like, okay, except for the fact that now that we don't remember phone numbers at all.
At all.
When we grew up, you had a memory of, well, you had a freaking Rolodex in your head. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, same.
And you could recite your own phone number.
Yeah.
And like everybody you knew, like all your closest friends.
I know.
And now
I
it's
had
like
a notebook of all these phone numbers, and like writing it down definitely helped. Mm-hmm. And you would just have to look at it every time you wanted to call somebody, and that was an easy way to remember that phone number. And then nowadays, I mean, I know it now, but there are moments where I had to sign up for something at a grocery store or whatever. It's like, what's your phone number? It's like, oh, geez, I never call myself. What is my phone number? Yeah.
That, or I always think, oh my God, if you don't know anybody's phone number and you get arrested, what are you going to do with your one phone call?
I've actually thought of that too.
Call 911?
Yeah, I have those random fears of things that are never going to happen.
Well, never say never.
Yeah.
So you've never been, have you ever been arrested?
Yes. I had a minor when I was 18.
Okay.
And it was outside of a show.
Where was the show?
Midtowner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, old school.
Yep.
But maybe it wasn't Midtowner, but Stadthaus. It changed names over a few years. We went outside to drink. I think I only had one drink before. And then we went outside to somebody's car, and we were going to start drinking. And then a cop just kind of came up and, get out. And we're like, oh, shit. He didn't, like, how'd he know? We just pulled it out. We didn't even start drinking in there. And but the fact that we had it, we all got minors. And then taken to the Mandan police station, and I was in the drunk tank or whatever, and I made a little toilet paper man out of toilet paper. Yeah, and I put him in the window of the door, and then a cop started pounding on it. He's like, take that thing out of the window. And I'm like, it's my toilet paper man. And
they just don't let you have any fun.
I know. And we were playing basketball with toilet paper in the toilet. Oh. Really clogged that thing up for the next guy to come in there. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
I remember, so the first guy that I played with, Matt Marquardt, used to have this kind of like a lime green van. And I think there were four of us. It was me, him, my friend Carrie, and her boyfriend Phil at the time. And we had driven out by like the U of Mary, like some place where there was trees, but like some dirt parking lot, like almost like a cul-de-sac, but there was no houses or anything there. I don't know. I don't even really remember if it was a park or what it was. I haven't been down there in years.
Yeah.
But so we pulled over, and it's like there was Aftershock and some beers in there, and we're sitting in his van because there's like benches in the back. And
wait, what's Aftershock?
Aftershock was like a cinnamon liquid, and it had crystals at the bottom.
Okay.
So we're down to the bottom of this, like there's not a whole lot of liquid in it, but one of the guys is like kind of tapping it on the edge of the seat, the edge of the bench, trying to loosen up the crystals because they were like flavor crystals.
Okay.
So you could actually drink them or whatever. And somebody's like, yeah, you keep banging that, it's going to break. And right as they said break, the bottle broke.
Oh, jeez.
So, of course, we just scoop it out the door, out the side door. And then we have a couple beers. And then a cop shows up. And we're like, oh, hiding the beer. Like somebody spilled a beer. So clearly it smells like beer when you open up the door. But we, hid the alcohol underneath the benches because they opened up. So he opens the door and they're like, have you been drinking? No, of course you say no, but there's a broken aftershock bottle on the ground and it smells like beer inside the frickin' van. Well, they let him drive home because Matt was the only one who was 18, but we were getting handcuffed and put in the back of the cop car, and I got in first, and then I remember... Who was it first? Was it Carrie or Phil? I don't know. Carrie went to get in, and she cracked her head on the door and fell backwards. And then Phil, when he got in, he flopped himself in like a fish and was like flopping around trying to get in. And the cop's like, oh my God, this is going to be a night.
Yeah,
So that was the first time I ever got a minor. Actually, that's the only time I ever got a minor, but good times, good memories.
Yeah. Good times, scary times too. That's fun. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun.
Yeah,
So.
I like to reminisce a little bit.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I'm sure there's so much more we can.
I'm sure I'll
Chit-chat
chat about your
about.
ear off, but I also have a freaking basketball game I have to go to.
Well, let's do it again.
Okay, absolutely.
All right.
Thank you. So do you come down here and play with these at all?
I do.
Do you?
I do.
I mean, I would.
So I'll pose them.
Okay,
And I'll be like, you know what? That's not a cool pose. I need to change that one.